So real estate has been proven to be one of the amazing investments that has made people billionaires and millionaires in recent times. But recently, we've seen people faced with so much fears. People are scared to invest because of past experiences and because of past testimonies, and thereby they've lost trust in real estate. Welcome back to another amazing episode of the TPO series where we discuss everything real estate. Today, we're talking about why a lot of people are scared of investing in real estate and how we can clear these doubts and build trust. And co hosting with me in this beautiful episode is the delectable lady, Akini Roy. Thank you.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the series. What do you have to say, as from the past experiences up until now? So, what can you say about TPL series and the reports you've gotten so far, the reviews and the comments, just what has been your experience?
All right, so it's great being on TPL series as a co-host. TPL series has been in existence for over a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a series sponsored by ThankGod Properties Limited. They will discuss everything real estate investments, both for investors, for the realtors, for anyone at all interested in knowing about real estate. And for the past 1 year, it's been a beautiful experience because everything you need to know about real estate, we'll discuss it here. People who have watched this series have, they've been able to make better decisions when it comes to investing in real estate. The realtors have been able to, navigate their way around making sales, around closing deals from watching this episode. So it's been a beautiful experience for me and for every other person that have also been watching from
That's really beautiful to know. And today we're talking about something very, very striking, why a lot of investors are scared of investing in real estate. Like, it happens every day. People want to, like I said, real estate has changed lives of many, right?
Exactly.
People, and it's shocking to know that people hear about real estate, but they know nothing about it till you sit them down
and tell them what real estate
Exactly.
really is and what it's really all about.
But it's quite unfortunate to know that recently a lot of people are scared of investing in real estate. They are scared of a lot of things, past experiences, things they've heard, things they've seen,
other people's testimonies.
Exactly.
And
So they don't want to invest in real estate. So today we'll be talking about why this is so. We would not negate the fact that these things
are actually happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Exactly, and that's what we want to talk about. So, have you heard of it? So, can you tell us if you've had any experience and why do you think these investors are scared of investing in real estate?
I think one of the most common ones is fraud and scam. I mean, that's the most rampant one. Everybody know, oh, real estate scam. We're not going to tell you that it is not happening. Of a truth, it is happening. There's real estate scam. But that does not mean that investors will stop investing in real estate. There's always a way to go about it.
Exactly.
So one of the most common one is fraud and real estate scam.
When you talk about fraud and real estate scam, you're like, it's a general thing. You're generalizing it. So people want to know. These investors want to know. Oh, when you talk about fraud and scam, what exactly do you mean?
Okay, now when I talk about fraud and scam, we're talking about landowners that would sell you, or developers that would sell you property that is not originally theirs. I mean, they'll sell this property to you, and it is not like they don't have the rights to that property. Or developers that will sell a property to you and still sell to other investors. So you're selling a particular property to two three persons, and at the end of the day, you start having landlords clash. Two three persons fighting over a piece of land that was being sold by one person. So it happens.
Funny enough, I think that was last year where we had that somewhere in River State that someone even had to commit suicide because he had sold this plot of land to multiple persons, and when it now became obvious that we've been scammed and they came back for him, he couldn't take the hit, he had to commit suicide. That's bad. That's exactly what we are facing today, and that's why investors are scared. How am I sure that you're not going to scam me and rob with my money? So it's obtainable. It's happening that people sell properties with defective title. They sell properties that are not even in existence.
Mm.
And one of the greatest mistakes investors make and have made in the past and are still making because they refuse to listen and pay maximum attention to details is that how can you pay for a property without physical site inspection? I
Yeah.
think we'll come back to that later.
Okay.
That's why most of these things happen to them. That's why even if you want to, whatever you want to do, real estate inclusive, you must ask the right questions. You must pay maximum attention. Get every necessary information. Don't think that you know because you have the money. It's not enough reason for you to just throw it
trade
away like
around,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And I think another factor why investors are scared of investing in real estate is because of this thing we call land grabbing.
Land grabbing.
It's,
Yeah, it's
you
very
know,
common.
It's common where you get a property and all of a sudden people come up from nowhere and they claim
claiming
ownership.
ownership of the land.
Yes. So we've heard some investors say, no, it's I don't want to know these people are land grabbers or I don't want to buy you. I don't want to invest. So it's one of the big reasons in recent times why investors are scared of investing in real estate. Because how can I throw in millions of naira
Money into a property.
and tomorrow it's stories? Do you understand? So this land grabbing thing is in existence, is happening, and that's why investors are scared. Do you understand? Another thing is, okay, have you ever
Okay.
witnessed it?
Land grabbing.
Yes, or heard about
I've
it.
heard about it a lot. I mean, I've heard about it.
It's a disturbing factor, and I think when it comes to this case, the government has a whole
A
huge
big role to
play.
play.
Yes, because these people are not people who just up and fight. These are things that needs strong intervention because real estate has helped the economy, is helping the economy drastically. So if these things are not being curtailed, it will water down the impact of real estate and definitely the economy will still be affected. So that's why the government needs to sit up to see that these things don't happen. Of
Definitely.
course, when I have the legal documents to this property, I don't think anyone has the authority or the right
Come and
to encroach. That's just the government has to sit up seriously. That's it.
okay, another thing I would want to talk about, I think fear of illiquidity. I mean, there are so many other investments out there, obviously, and then when you want to liquidate the investments, you can, let's say you buy a keke, for example. You can easily just say, okay, I want to sell off my keke
Yes,
because
I
I
want to
need some
dispose of
money.
it.
But some persons are scared of, oh, if I buy this particular property, when I want to resell, will I easily find a buyer? Will I get a buyer as of the time I need the money? So I think it's one of the reasons people are scared of really investing in real estate.
Yes, people buy for different reasons. So people buy for long term, they intend to resell.
Okay,
and
this
make
one is for
profits.
people that actually want to resell.
Yes.
Yes, they're scared of when I want to resell this property, will I really get a buyer?
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is that they say information is power though. That's one thing that scares them. Because people buy for profits, right? It's like
Yeah.
you're buying this property today for 3 million, you want to resell in 2 years, and you know that it's going to be way higher than the current price. So you want to, so you're scared of how do I liquidate this property? Is it going to be that easy, or am I just going to be stuck with this investment and that's it?
Because frankly, I've seen a lot of debates on the online space talking about liquidating your property. When you want to liquidate, people will advise you to invest in real estate, and then when you want to liquidate, it becomes a problem. So I've seen a lot of arguments like that. So I think it's something investors have to like you said, knowledge is important. When you're investing in real estate, there are properties that are easy to liquidate. There are properties that will not be so easy to liquidate. So let's say you're going to buy a land banking property in an underdeveloped area, and then you want to liquidate that property in the next 1 year. If you meet someone who is looking for a property that he wants to build at the moment, you don't expect that person to buy from you unless you are seeing someone who is also wanting willing to also venture into long-term investment. So knowledge is important when it comes to property investment. So when it's time for you to liquidate, you don't have issues with
We
it.
don't have issues with it. That's it. Another factor is people are scared because they feel these properties are way too expensive.
It's very
It's
true.
not my thing. I can't do real estate. What are you talking about? Real estate. Ah, it's for the bourgeoisie, it's for those people
Yeah,
there.
it's for the
It's
rich
not for
and the
me. I
wealthy
can't do
people.
it. That's a lie from the pit
To
of
help.
hell. That's a huge lie because people don't even know that there are properties for everyone.
Exactly.
High class, middle class, low class. And besides that, there's also flexible payment plans to accommodate your budget. So regardless of what you do, whether you're a trader, you're a business person, you're a civil servant, whatever it is you do, there's room for you in the real estate industry. There's room for you to be an investor. That's what people don't know. You don't really need to. Let's assume you've always dreamt of owning a property and you're scared because you don't have the money. Maybe you're thinking of buying 10 plots. You see that one plot that you're buying now for just maybe 500,000 naira or a million or 2 million naira is way better than 10 plots that's yet in your plans
That
for
yeah,
five
that
years.
you've not actualized.
The thing is that you don't just make up your mind to start already. You can start with little. Do you know that? Have you ever wondered how much you spend from January to December recharging your phone? Calculate it.
Buying data.
Buying data. Calculate it and you will be shocked that I've actually spent this much.
I think it's a thing of intentionality.
Mhm.
If you're intentional that you want to achieve this thing, you set a goal for yourself. You give yourself a time frame that okay, by this time I will do this. There's no way you would not do because you already know that this is a plan you have. You do everything possible to work towards
That.
achieving that.
Yes.
But then when you talk about people who are wanting to they want to buy like 10 plots. I met a prospect recently, and the one I told him about real estate, he said he has heard a lot about real estate, but his idea has always been okay, when he wants to invest, he wants to buy 6 plots. So when he will resell the 6 plots and buy 8 plots. And I'm like, buying 6 plots is
It's
fine,
fine.
but when you're starting, it's also fine for you to start with 3.
Yes.
You can start with 2 or 3,
Yes.
and then resell and buy
Get
4,
more.
but get more. So you don't have to wait until you
Exactly.
can
Mhm.
get 10 plots.
So you just take your time, start already, start small. You don't. It's for everybody. Just make up your mind, like you said, be intentional about it. The thing is that the bills never finish. If you think, I can, the bills never finish. That's why you need to be intentional.
No.
By so and so time, you have to discipline yourself to do it. That by so and so time, I'm going to do it. Make up your mind, and you will do it. If you think you can never do it, it's just because you don't want to do it, and you've not grown past that. So
And
you
you've
need to
not
change.
made up your mind
Mhm.
to actually do it.
So that's
Another thing I would want to talk about is too many options.
Mm.
I mean, people have several options when it comes to investment.
Yes.
Now, I met a prospect rather, I was trying to pitch real estate to, and he was telling me that, okay, I'm expecting this certain amount of money. I'm thinking of what to use it for, but I'm thinking of, okay, if I should invest it into getting a keke, or I should invest it into forex, or I should invest it into real estate. All of these options are beautiful. Let's not even
they're all
fight
beautiful.
their
No,
options.
they are
They are all
beautiful.
beautiful options.
Beautiful
But
options.
having so many options would not allow you actually make a move to invest in real estate. So when people have several options, I think it's one of the reasons that delay them from investing in real estate.
Yes, many options. You're thinking about a lot of things. You know that all those things are benefits to them.
Yeah.
Real estate inclusive. So you're like, no, I think I should do this.
Yes,
You're not
yes.
settled.
Oh, yeah.
Your mind is not settled. That's still why you need someone to advise you. Especially when you have because this money, there's a time for people that do business. It doesn't just come all the time. So if you have someone that advises you, or person just said, "Oh, do this. This is the best time to do." I have people that have ventured into things probably because of maybe they observed from other people and it crashed. It didn't benefit them. So at that point, you have many options. I think it's a time for you to just sit back and
And then get the right knowledge about all the options you want. For me, I think real estate is stand out because now I was trying to explain to this person, getting a keke is not bad.
It's not.
But let's look at it. Cost of maintenance, you're buying fuel, and so many other expenses that comes with owning a keke. You might be making profits from it too, but then if you get a property, you can get this property and invest this money to this property, and you are sure of getting a huge return on investment at the end of the day. But if you're getting a keke, like I said, I'm not despising getting a keke, but if you're getting a keke, for example, you're looking at the cost of maintenance, the fuel, cost of buying fuel, and other things involved. If at the end of the day you want to sell it out, I bet you would not sell at the cost price.
No, you can never
You would
sell.
definitely sell below the
Below
price
the
you
value.
got it for.
Mhm.
But if you're buying a piece of land, you have a business keeping you afloat, and you're buying this property. At the end of the day, if you decide to resell that land, you're getting a huge return on investment. So at the end of the day, I still feel like no, I still know that real estate is top.
That's why you say something.
when it comes to investment.
Land doesn't have second hand.
Exactly.
They say because if you're buying, if it's another thing, it's a gadget or automobile, whatever it is. If you're reselling second hand.
And
But when it
even
comes
if
to
you
land,
bought it today,
yes, and you're selling
even if you buy it
tomorrow.
and you want to resell, you can't sell at the price.
But with real
So,
estate, it's not like that. It appreciates. Now, talking about that, real estate that appreciates, I'm going to talk about another factor that has scared investors: location and insecurity.
okay.
Yes, people are scared of going to certain locations. Oh, this is the best option I have. This is where I can afford, but I can't go there. It's not safe. I can't invest there. My money will be stuck. There's so much insecurity there. There's business, like investment doesn't move there because people that have invested, I know that invested 10 years ago, is still there. As most of the investments are stuck or lost because of insecurity and the location. That has really
Hindered a lot of
hindered
persons
a lot of
from-
people from investing. So that's why I always reiterate that when it comes to real estate investments, location is very, very important. You don't just jump at any offer. You just don't throw in your money to any location thinking that it's magic because you heard that real estate appreciates. You think it's everything. No, it's not all the locations. And that also leads me to what we talked about earlier: fraud and scam.
Okay, I'll come back to that location. Just get
Yes.
down with the further.
Fraud and scam, because especially when you're getting from these developers, it's not only about selling to the client, it's much more about protecting your investment, right? Security inclusive. So wherever you are, whether you are home or abroad, this investment is safe to you whenever you want to develop or whatever you want to do with it. We don't only sell to you, we help you protect
Oh,
your
that's it,
investment.
that's
So that's one thing. What security is key when it comes to real estate, because even all this land grabbing thing, everything is centered around security. For someone to encumber, that's because there's no security. When you talk about security, your documents there, the physical L-shape fence or whatever demarcations you do are all there to ensure that everything is protected, that tomorrow you won't be harassed. And when talking about location, we are still saying that you're looking at this place, it's promising. Okay, it might look fishy today, but you know that in a couple of years it's going to
It's to
change.
develop.
We are seeing
yes.
things are happening, things are popping up. There are infrastructures. There you are seeing that in a couple of years it's going to, but I bet you that even in this time, there are places that people have bought for 10, 15 years. It's still the same thing. So they can't even access those properties now because if you go there, it's either you're being harassed or you're being chased. There's zero security. So much of people are
Or you don't
scared.
just find comfort there because of the things you need to survive are not really
The
in
business
those
amenities are not there. So
environments. Yeah.
what then are you going there
That's
for?
the zone.
So that investment is lost and forgotten.
Now, talking about
That's it.
location, now location is very like you have to be very strategic when it comes to location in the real estate. Now, so person that's scared of investing in underdeveloped areas, like you said, you should know the features of the properties, know the possible things that should be developing there in the next couple of years. But for those who are really scared of investing in underdeveloped areas without even looking at the possibility of this property developing. Now, I want to cite a very good example. There's a particular place I went to in River State here a few weeks ago. When I went there, I saw how developed the place was. I mean, the tarred roads, the good houses. I mean, there was constant power supply, 24 hours power supply. And then I went back after a few days. I was like, It's not this place I went to while I was a child, while I was a teenager. I mean, the past, I think around 2016, 2017, I will go to this particular place for a function, and we literally passed through a thick bush. Like we passed through a thick bush on tarred roads to assess the community. But when I went there a couple of weeks ago, the place was fully developed. It took me time to really recall that, oh, it is this particular place. So when we talk about location on real estate, you don't have to be too scared of investing in underdeveloped areas. Just be sure that, oh, development will go here, and then you invest. You must not wait to invest in GRA. How much is the plot of land in GRA? You cannot afford investing in GRA, and you're still
Currently.
scared of, yeah, correct, and you're still scared of investing in other areas that are still developing. GRA was not the GRA of today a few years
Yes,
ago.
2 years ago it was, because there's this flyer that's been passing. You know, the current Oberikwe. If you had seen Oberikwe many
A
years
couple of years ago,
yes,
you would never believe that Victoria would be this size.
it's, but you can imagine how that place is today. So the thing is not even about, it seems about being sensitive and listening to whoever is your consultant. If a person is some person said, oh, this thing is promising, you can
Yeah.
invest there. So you don't need to clear your doubts, sir. Just hold your fears. In a couple of years, you're going to smile. So that's
I
just
think
it.
talking about fraud, I want to say something there. These things are real. It is happening. There is real estate fraud. There is real estate scam. But one of the easiest things that investors can do, like I would always say, I would always advise investors to buy from a real estate company, because it is easy to hold them responsible for your property. It is easy to, go through the company's track record before you invest. You know that, okay, what has this company done? What are the testimonies about this company? It will save you from, getting scammed or getting into fraud. So invest with a real estate company, incredible real estate company. Check the company's track record. Check the reviews about the company. Check their client testimonials. It will save you the stress of being scared of scam and fraud.
Like I said, these things are there. People are scared. They will continue to be scared. But it will save you and do you a lot if you watch the series. Don't go nowhere. We have a lot of tips to share to tell you how to clear this down so that you will stop being scared as a smart investor. Stay close. We'll be back after the short commercial.
If you're looking for peace of mind, then Peace Park Estate is a perfect place for you and your loved ones. Seated in the fastest developing part of Port Harcourt is the Peace Park Estate. With strategic landmarks such as Greater Taft City, Obrikwe Flyover, OPM Church Headquarters, Playfield Park, this property is a citadel of peace. With amazing basic amenities such as street lights, stable power supply, perimeter fencing, and an active security gatehouse, this property will give you the peace and security you desire. Send us a message today to book your site inspection to Peace Park Estate. See you there.
You're welcome back to TPL series. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about why a lot of investors are scared of investing in real estate and how they can build trust. We would not negate the fact that a lot is happening in the real estate industry and people are scared of past experiences and especially what they hear and see on the internet. So here with me is still Aki Nibari, where we are discussing everything you need to know so that you will stop being scared as a smart investor if you want to invest in real estate. Like we've said something, we said people are scared for various reasons: fraud, location, prices, and
Fear
a lot of
of not being able
things.
to locate a
Exactly.
property.
But how do you now build trust? I want you to believe that. I want you to know that there are credible people out there who are out to serve you good deals. This is what you must know. And we know that a lot of people have experienced bad things. We know. We will never dispute that. But I want you to know that and have an open mind when you want to invest going forward. That people are here to correct past errors. People are here to erase whatever it is that you've must have encountered in the past. So credible people are here to help you, to guide you. Before, people didn't know that they need their legal practitioners, legal counsel before you invest.
Before you invest. But now people are becoming more aware
that you have to involve in the service of your lawyer. That's what we call due diligence. This due diligence is not just, it's broad. When you want to carry out due diligence, it's not just something you do sharp. You need to take your time to ensure that you don't get the second hand break. What do I mean? You go and search these properties, go to the Ministry of Land to search, because every property is expected to be chartered. This means that it's chartered and duly registered in the Ministry of Lands to ensure that it's not encumbered. It's not a government acquisition area. It's safe for anyone to invest in. That's charting. So your surveyor and your lawyer, they have a huge role to play. You must go and ensure when they give you a deed, which is a document that transfers ownership from the seller to the buyer, they will trace the history to ensure that the person selling to you is the rightful owner of this property. Do you understand? That's where your lawyer comes in, to ensure that the title is not defective, to ensure that you're getting it right. That's one. Your surveyor will ensure that this property is duly chartered and registered in the Ministry of Lands, so that you won't cry tomorrow. So when you are working with a credible investor in real estate industry or company like ThankGod Properties Limited, this information is given out to you so that you don't cry tomorrow. Like I said, we don't only sell properties to you. We protect this investment to you to ensure that it is safe to wherever. Funny enough, most of our clients are even in the diaspora. They've never
even seen their property.
The inspections were virtual, and the investments are still there, appreciating till whenever they are ready. So we do all these things to build your trust. That's what we can do. Also, our location is key. I think you should just tell them about the locations. What we do, our location. How can
our location help you build trust?
Yes.
Okay,
it's strategic.
So it is one thing for you to pay for a property, and it is another thing for you to be, should I say, handed over the property. Just like you're paying for a dress, for example. You just pay for the dress online. You assume the dress is yours. So until the dress is being weighed to you, and you can now feel the dress in your hand, that is when you know that, oh, this dress is actually mine. So allocation is very important when it comes to investing in real estate. You've purchased this property, they take you for physical site inspection. Key. You've seen the property, you've paid for the property. Allocation is the point where we now do all the parcellation. You now know the demarcations. You now know that okay, from this point to this point is mine. So you can now start your development. If you want to fence your property, whatever you want to do, you take full possession of your property. Yeah. So allocation is very important.
Like there's something you said in the last allocation. We said we don't sell stories. It's not stories anymore. You're seeing it.
You're seeing it yourself. You can feel it. You can work on your property.
Yes. Because I said that's one of the mistakes a lot of people made in the past. How can you pay for what you're not seeing? You've already talked about it. I was about pointing it out. Physical site inspection, which is key. There's no way you buy what you're seeing. Pictures are good, videos are good, but much more importantly, you need to go to that site. Even if you're not there, send a representative.
Yes.
Go and see these things.
Send your representative.
It is key. So this is another way that we build trust. Physical site inspection, allocation is there. Due diligence, which is
very important,
which is summary of this whole thing. So
one thing I would want to say before we end this particular episode is your mindset. We have to work on our mindset as investors. The what ifs should always be in the positive light. You should not always have your what ifs. What if it's a scam? What if it's a fraud? What if it's not real? What if it is real? What if it is a good property for you? What if you can actually afford it? We should work on our mindset to work on our mindset in a positive light. Our thoughts should not always be about the negative, the
Always being
negativity.
pessimistic.
There are people who have succeeded in real estate. There are people who have invested and made huge profits in real estate. So why not look at those who have actually succeeded in these things? Why always consider the bad stories, the bad testimonials, the bad reviews about real estate? If you keep doing that, you would never invest in real estate, because these things will keep happening. It's real. It will always be there. So just do your due diligence, do the right thing, and have the right mindset when it comes to investments.
And that's it. Thank you all for joining us in this beautiful episode of CPL series. I hope we've cleared your doubts. You don't need to be scared. Invest already. ThankGod Properties Limited. Anytime, any day, we serve you good deals. Just call us and we'll give you the best property of a lifetime.
And if you're just joining us, or if this is the first time you're seeing this series, do what to like, do what to comment, do what to share, do what to subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you always be the first to know when we drop our next episode. Thank you for being here. See you in our next episode.